The flow of money is a crucial thing for any economy. But this flow was getting affected badly due to the pandemic. To avoid this, the central banks and governments around the globe have been injecting trillions of dollars into the economy. But now comes the big question. Is this the right solution, or it is creating more problems like inflation? Well, stick around and find out. First, we will see what is inflation. Inflation means rise in the prices of goods and services of daily or common use, such as food, clothing, housing, and transport. The reason behind this rise in the general level of prices is, the unit of currency effectively buys less than it did before. That's why we can say that inflation indicates a decrease in the purchasing power of a nation's currency. But many economists believe that small amount of inflation is always better than deflation. Deflation is the exact opposite of inflation. That means we can buy more goods and services and less money. It seems like a good thing, but it isn't. Deflation causes a direct impact on debt. Let us see an example. If you took a loan of $50,000, with the interest rate of 5%, and that time the deflation rate per year is 2%. That means effectively you are paying 7% interest on your loan. This doesn't mean your interest rate has increased to 7%. But the value of 5% has increased due to deflation. So every year it will be harder and harder to pay back the loans due to this. And it will eventually slow down the economic growth. Another direct impact of deflation is on job market. In case of deflation, people will get less salary than what they used to get earlier, which is not a good motivation for promotion. So that is why most of the governments target 1% to 4% of inflation rate to keep up the economic growth. Yet keep in mind that only a small amount of inflation is good. Due to the COVID pandemic, governments across the globe have been injecting trillions of dollars into the economy in the form of stimulus packages. Also, the central banks of many countries had put money in the market, plus they have lowered the interest rates. So due to the flow of this huge amount of money, the possibility of inflation becomes higher. Till now, inflation has not increased drastically. And this is because of two main reasons. First is, the COVID lockdown has impacted the job market. And due to high unemployment, people don't have enough money to spend. Even the people who got paychecks from the government, like in the US, do not tend to spend on non-essential things. As a result of these things, demand in the consumer sector is low. Second reason is the banking system. Most of the stimulus money was given to the banks. So the bank can give that money in form of loan. That means bank will decide to give the money or not. Hence this creates a barrier on money flow. So due to low consumer demand in banks, inflation did not increase drastically. But there is an area where we are seeing pretty high inflation rate. That is the asset price inflation. Prices of stocks, bonds, and credit spread are going up because of inflation. Even though this inflation is only seen in small area of the economy, there are still many risks involved. Till now, governments have poured a lot of money in the economy. And if excess money is not taken out, it may cause serious problems like hyperinflation. Now, what might they do to draw out the extra money? Well, first, central banks might increase the interest rate on loans. This means people will hesitate to take loans, and that restricts the supply of money in the economy. And because of this, risk of inflation gets low. But we have to understand that increasing interest rate might not benefit the economy directly. It is just a way to stop inflation. Then when the economies will be stable, the governments might increase taxation to draw out the extra money. Although this will also help them to pay back the debts. So ultimately the money which is poured in, would be recovered from the pockets of normal taxpayers. And this makes us ask you, what do you think about this whole scenario? Tell us in the comment section below. And we are glad you watched the full video. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Thank you.